So we are learning about response. Response to emails. How to respond to email. Yesterday we learned about how to write an email, right? So today, how you are writing it to your boss, how he can respond that to you. Now, when you're writing an email, the first thing, a response email, the first thing you do is greetings, of course. Greetings. So this, it's the same pattern as writing, okay? So greetings. And we said greetings professional. For formal, you use dear, right? Dear, and then initials, Mr., Mrs., Miss, so and so. And in professional also we say if you know the person really well, and you have a connection or a relationship, you can say hello Mr. or Mrs. or Miss so and so. But this is if you know each other, not once, not twice, not thrice, not 4 times, not 5 times. For a long, you have a good relationship. But most professional, this is it, right? Okay. Now, after that, here, if it was the normal email, you would write why you're writing, right? But here first, what you do is acknowledge. Acknowledge, yes. Acknowledge the response. Acknowledge. So, the first thing you do is acknowledge. You acknowledge the last email before replying the request of the questions. So, acknowledge the last email. And then respond to the questions on the last email. Respond to the questions on the last email. Now, when you're responding the questions, each question has to be in a different paragraph. So here, each question has to be in its own paragraph. Has to be in a separate paragraph. Paragraph. Each email has, each question has to be in a separate paragraph. The reason why we put each in every separate paragraph is to make sure you answer all the questions asked, and to also make sure the person that you're sending the email to understands or grasps every information that you wrote. Okay? So this makes it much more clearer than others. Okay? Now, this is a response. Now, when you finish, of course, after responding, you have the conclusion. Remember, we said when you're writing the conclusion, if you want the person to respond to you, there is a way or sample sentences that you have to use, right? If you want them to respond to you. If you don't, there are other sample sentences that you used yesterday that you can use. And then number 5 is a sign off. is the sign off. And number 5 is the sign off. So typically that is like a plot of how to write your response email. It is like the same thing, the same plot, right? You start with greetings, then you write why, you explain yourself further or change the topic, and then conclusion, and then a sign off in an email, writing an email. In the response, it's the same way, but these two, you acknowledge the email from the last time, and then the other one you respond to the questions on the last email, right? And each question, remember here we said yesterday when you're writing why, you write in 3 sentences, Chamai. But in this one, even if it is 2 sentences, each question, you have to write each paragraph, not together, okay? And then conclusion and a sign off. Now, the only thing that you have to note when you're responding to an email is to make sure you don't have bad grammar. So now how do you make sure that you don't have bad grammar? You reread your work before sending. Reread your work before sending. You reread your work before sending, just to make sure that whatever you wrote is correctly written, okay? Because it's a professional letter. So this is like giving you another image to the person that you're writing to, okay? But in a formal letter, informal, it's greetings, the same way. That remember, not dear, it's your friend. So you use hi, hey. You acknowledge the letter from last time. You answer the questions the same way, and then you conclude and sign off. But you don't have to reread the grammar.